supplying Kenya with affordable electric vehicles.
Africa's population is rising at an exponential rate, and much of this growth happens in cities. In Nairobi, there's currently 4.4 million people, and by 2025, this number is expected to increase to 8.9 million.
This is a big challenge in regards to mobility. Roads are already heavily congested and lack proper infrastructure. Consequently, it takes a lot of time for people to get to work or get around the city. In Nairobi, 60% of adults walk or use some kind of public transport.
As cities expand, the demand for traditional motorbikes, or so-called bodas, is increasing rapidly. There's already 100,000 bodas in the city, 2 million in East Africa, and 5 million in Africa.
Owning a bike changes the dynamic of your life, as it's often the fastest way to commute. In Kenya, many people's jobs depend on it, as most bikes are for commercial use, not personal.
However, motorcycles pollute about 10 times more than SUVs. The problem is, as of now, no sustainable alternative exists.
Meet Mazi Mobility, a Kenyan-based startup whose mission is to drive the transformation of current mass transport systems to a smart, efficient, clean, and shared form of mobility. Mazi is reimagining mobility through the implementation of an electric vehicle ecosystem in Africa, providing infrastructure and a battery swapping service for EVs.
The company assembles electric bikes and tuk-tuks suitable for one's consumption, but cheaper and better for the environment. On top of that, Mazi has developed docking infrastructure, which allows customers to come and go without having to wait for the battery to get charged.
They've built several swap stations located in strategic points across Nairobi. Through the Mazi app, you can easily identify the nearest swapping station and receive a fully charged battery as soon as it starts to die down. It takes less than 30 seconds to perform the swap.
Customers don't have to worry about operations or maintenance. Mazi takes care of that. In exchange, they pay a daily or a monthly fee through the app, depending on their initial deposits.
Mazi's most popular bike, the M3K, offers a choice between a single and dual battery capable of up to 70 km and 140 km of range respectively, and reaches a speed of up to 18 km per hour. There's no manual gears, just one button press for quick gear changes.
According to founder Jesse Forrester, these are 50% cheaper to operate and 50% cheaper to maintain in comparison to traditional motorcycles. Mazi owns all the batteries in their network, which means they're able to track how many cycles the batteries have gone through, allowing them to safely remove the batteries that reach their end of life.
At this point, the batteries go from 2.1 kilowatt per hour to less than 1 kilowatt per hour. However, they can be repurposed in multiple ways, such as solar home systems. For the remaining ones, Mazi is currently developing partnerships to sell them to ion battery recycling companies.
With this model, Mazi provides mobility at an affordable price, benefiting people's overall livelihoods whilst limiting CO2 emission.
For every 150 kilometers, Mazi customers save 50% of what they would have spent on traditional bikes, mainly thanks to the affordability of electricity.
Thanks to the digital platform, Mazi can monitor the number of kilometers covered for each customer, which allows them to calculate the amount of carbon emissions avoided.
Mazi expects to onboard 2,000 users by 2025, resulting in the mitigation of 7 metric tons of carbon dioxide, saving up to $2 million.
Now, having heard of Mazi, can you tell how important mobility is to you?
That's a wrap for today.
Stay tuned for the next episode.